Hey y'all. Okay. I want to do a video real quick. I'm gonna put some things in the description. Still kind of working on this lesson. It's about the television. But I'm gonna include that in there. And okay, so I just wanted to do a quick video to say also like, um, I'm just a messenger. Just a messenger. When sitting back and thinking about all the things I had gone through before and stuff, um, and I guess a lot of people aren't, even my family, they're not. And then when they miss the point, I miss the point, you know. So when I bring things up, um, and then I get told, "How long ago was that?" And I'm like, "That's just the point, you know." It's like if I've already gone through this before with them, or whatnot, then it's like, I mean, of course I care about myself and I care about my children, but I've already gone through so much, you know? So I guess the way I look at it, it's like, of course I wonder and worry, what are they going to do to me next, even after everything else I've already gone through, you know? And, but mainly it's really mainly because, if this has already happened and somewhat abuse already from them, then like what's next for everybody else, um you go to them and make a report and then turn around and then you end up having to go in there to court to plead guilty to stuff that you weren't even guilty for, you know. I mean, with that one situation, of course I wasn't the only one that went, but I was the only one that went to court. So after all that, talking to people and da. But anyways, so I just want to make it clear that that I'm just a messenger. I guess the reason why I'm pointing these things out just to show and tell how now I'm just like at a point where what's next, um, and the reason why I say it's been worse in the last few years or whatever is because I've never dealt with social anxiety. My Out of everything I've gone through, I never dealt with social anxiety, and that's why. I mean, like when I said that, to live happy, to be happy, spend time with family, you know. I mean, I've never dealt with social anxiety, so this is, you know, and that's the reason why I'm dealing with social anxiety. Um, and then to go back to that other story, you know how when you like try to guide your child, guide them. So that's what I was trying to do, and then I had like looked over, and I was like, I got startled, and then I yelled. I was like, I know I'm a blank blank, but you didn't have to startle me like that. And that's what I said. And then that's when my little girl was like, Mom. And then I said that. And we're standing there right about to order, about to order. And and then my little girl was like, Well, what's a blank blank? And I was like, Well, right now I don't really know how to answer that. I said, But it just seems like it's someone that's been used and abused by the government. And I was saying this in front of the worker that's, there. But I wanted to make that clear so I could explain, how that story went or whatever, and explain the reason why I felt led to express all this, you know? And and yeah, it's been a really rough year at school. They're still not taking responsibility. I asked my dad, "Did you not ask them why?" Talking about me being banned. I said, "You didn't ask them why?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "You didn't? You really just didn't ask them why?" And he was like, "Cause your behavior when you got there or whatever." It's like, well, how can I not act normal? And then having to get personal about other things. Like I'm sending my daughter to school when I was the one that wanted safety for her and and then I send her to school for this. I mean, to get treated like this. But and I got a little more time, so let me point this out. So when it was about a year ago, was it a year ago? I don't know. My son was the only witness I had. He could have gone to my sister and said, yes, She came to my room last night and she said those two places and then see what happened. You know? So, because I've told him over and over, I was like, they will listen to you. I think that they will really listen to you. And, so that's part of the reason with that. Because he can, like, have my back to say, this did happen. And she's worried about, these type things, or whatever. So, just want to say those few things, and I'll finish that lesson up or whatnot. But I'll put a little bit in the description. But I'll see y'all soon. Y'all have, right now it's Friday, so have a good weekend. All right, God bless.